side. Cross and up. Alright.
Staple, arm bar, arm bar, winding shoulder hold one, winding shoulder hold one, set, winding shoulder hold two, Alright. Winding shoulder hold 2. And then, yep. And then finally, arm across knee leader. Striking, we have backhand to the back of the skull, although really it's to the back of the neck. And finally, we have downward punches, also to the back of the neck. I don't really want you doing much else. Alright, so for the north-south or upper four quarters hold, the main thing that you have to really do is pin down not just their head, but also their shoulders. So, in order to do that really well, what I'm going to do is get their elbows off the ground, and if I can, I'll get my hands together, and I'm going to use that pressure from my chest to press his shoulders down, 1, and then I'm going to press my belly into his head, 2. Now, from here, what you can do is a lower winding shoulder hold, like so. It's a lot like the one from the side control, but it's not quite exactly the same because you still want to be on their head, just to keep them from rolling out. So starting here, I'm going to go underneath his neck, and I'm going to go off to the side for a modified one flu choke. So the next one is an arm triangle. I'm going to lift my arm up, dive that underneath, and I'm going to put this through here. Now I'm going to press this as much as I can into his throat, and I'm going to go off to the side, squeeze my elbow this way, and then chest to the floor. Okay. So from here, I'm gonna go pull this out. Gonna grab him here, wrist to wrist to wrist, bend the stick. Okay. Now 2, I'm gonna go in here, I'm gonna go out to the side, and go chest down, and then squeeze. For north-south, basically all I want you to do is get your butt in the air and drill hard at your knees down through the spine. It's honestly really good for yourself. knee bar, first one, is done straight from here. So it's a lot easier to do just by tucking this one in here after the scissor throw, and then just staying off to the side. That's knee bar number one. Okay. So you're gonna reverse mount, which is basically just a mount, but now I'm facing his feet. There's three basic options from here. There is the knee bar. You grab his knee, hug it high, make sure the toes are pointing towards you, your hips are pointing towards his knee, and it's not out to the side like this. You hug it, and you press your hips through their knee, okay? Now, if that one isn't working because they're fighting, then what you do is you grab on, you clamp, you go off to the side, and then you get one foot under their butt, and you finish off from there. The second option you can do from here is a figure four. So you go under the knee, you go from wrist to ankle or shin, and you're going to press it down like so. You get a tap, and that is one way. The better way to do it, however, is to flip them over like so, and press in with your shoulder instead. And you're going to get a lot more leverage. Now the third option is to do basically the same thing you just did, except now I'm doing it with my leg. So I'm going to bring my leg across, I'm going to turn him in like so, and I'm going to put his toes in my belly, and I'm just going to lean forward. Striking finishers from here are basically spread the legs and strike down. Because you don't really want to be punching anything else, it's not going to be good. Okay.
Oh, dang it. Oh, dang it. Oh, dang it. Oh, dang it.
So, from the guard, main things that you want to think about to keep them in your guard is to pull them forward and hold them down. If your legs are open, then you can basically just stand there and walk away. Don't need any of that. So, I'm going to pull on tight. I'm going to pull him in close. Now, if I want to go for an arm bar, what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold on to both arms. I'm not actually going to let go of either yet. Now, both feet on his hips, and I'm going to stick one leg up while I turn. To turn, I'm going to lift my head and my shoulders off the ground, and I'm basically going to try to turn all on one hip. Now, I'm going to go across his face like so. I'm going to squeeze my knees together like so. I'm going to squeeze my heels towards my butt, like so. Now he's trapped here. Now I've got the arm bar set. I want to make sure his thumb is pointing up because that's how I'm actually going to hyperextend his elbow. Now I'm going to push through with my hips. Okay? All right. Next one. If I want to do a triangle, I'm going to start off the same way, but I'm going to throw one away while one leg goes out. And then immediately after I throw it, I turn to the side, just like I did before, but I'm not going to go over his head. I'm just going to go over my own ankle. Okay? Now, from here, I'm going to squeeze in like this. Now, I'm going to squeeze my knees together, and from there, I'm going to grab the back of his head with both hands and pull it down to finish. Okay. Next one is arm across arm bar. So this one, I'm going to try to push him away a little bit. I'm going to go in front of his face, and I'm going to turn off to the side. And I want to turn his wrist like so, because when I extend out under his chin, I'm also going to be pulling on his wrist. So there's an arm bar there as well. Okay. Now, onto the rest of the arm bars. So from here, let's say I go for this one, but it just isn't working out quite right. What I can do is pull his arm through and roll him onto his back and just do a standard Jujutami. Now, if, let's say his hands are together, so I'm gonna make space, I'm gonna come through, I'm gonna lift up my leg, go underneath, and I'm going to pull his face towards me like this, and I'm going to squeeze. Now, if that's enough to make him tap, great. But if that's only enough to make him grab my leg, then you do an arm bar. So I've got one of these cool new arm bars, but let's say his elbow is just too far through, it's not working, so I'm going to loosen up my heels and I'm going to push with the back of my knees while I pull on his arm to roll him onto his back. Now I do a pretty standard Jujutami there, but let's say his hands are together and he's stronger than me. Like some people, their grip strength is stronger than your entire deadlift strength. It's terrifying, but there's always something you can do. Make a little space, bring your leg through, put it behind his head, and now using the back of your leg, pull, so that you're getting both sides of their neck, and squeeze. Now, if that's enough to make him tap, then he taps. But if it's not, then it's definitely going to be enough to get him to pull on my leg, at which point I have a free arm to arm bar. Now, the next thing we're going to do is a winding shoulder hold. So I'm going to push his arm out to the side and grab it like this. From here, I'm going to sit up as far as I possibly can. I'm going to go underneath. I'm going to try to bend his arm a little bit, grab my wrist, and wrist to wrist to wrist, bend the stick. Now, you can also do it going the other way, but it's not actually good. So I'm going to pull him in like this. I'm going to grab his wrist. I'm going to go up like this. And then you have to go under the elbow. If you just go around like this, he is actually stronger than me here. But if I go like this, he is no longer stronger. So next one is, I'm going to get his arms out of the way. I'm going to hug him close. I'm going to go wrist to wrist to wrist. But this one goes underneath his throat, and I choke like so. Okay, so that is called an Ezekiel or a front naked choke. All right, now the next one is the guillotine. So for this one, it takes a few steps. First things first, I'm going to pull his head down and off to the side, and then I'm going to push him out or push myself out, depending on who is heavier. From there, I'm going to just sit up. I'm going to go underneath his neck, and let's turn it over here so you can see that. I want to go as deep underneath his neck as I can, all the way up to the elbow if I can, and then I'm going to start to pull up. Oh, and he's already tapped, but there's a second part. I can also lean back. I'm just not going to pull up while I do it. So, whole thing, pull up, lean back, and now if he's still on his knees, then to finish this off, I have to go like so. So, basically, all I can really do for striking from here is heel kicks to the kidneys and downward elbows to the top of the head. But if he postures up, then I can do straight punches, but they're essentially Wing Chun machine gun punches because you can't rotate through them.
Dang it. Oh, dang it. Oh, dang it. Oh, dang it.
Winding shoulder hold. Winding shoulder hold. Straight arm hold. We got in here. Okay, good. So basically I can headbutt. I can throw elbows, although they're not that great. And I can throw punches, but I'm better off throwing punches to the bladder or to the groin. Okay, now, next thing I can do is downward elbows, but you'll notice it's actually kind of difficult for me to reach in with this arm. So I'm going to pin him down and do it with this elbows like so. Or even, if I'm going down like here, some back elbows as well. Here is the difference between a choke and a strangle. So a choke only cuts off somebody's air, a strangle cuts off their blood supply. So if I wanted to choke Zach, what I would do is a single wing choke, or say, single wing choke, like so. But all I'm doing is pressing his windpipe in, which cuts off his air. That's not necessarily ideal. It hurts, it scares him, but it's not necessarily like a full submission. What I prefer to do instead is go for a strangle. So I'm going to be pressing on both of his jugulars on both sides, and then I'm going to be compressing in like so, while I press his head forward. So interestingly enough, that one is kind of a choke and a strangle. But if I'm just going like this, that is a strangle. Okay. Okay, so when it comes to sparring, especially when you're doing harder sparring, it's really important that you learn to separate the swing of a strike from the push of a strike. So, hold that in for those. So the idea here, when I say swing and push, I mean you swing to the target and then you push through the target. So that's what it looks like with the swing and the push. This is what it looks like with just swing. And this is what it looks like with a delay between the swing and push. Okay? You have two really good options for sparring. You can either take the push out and just stop as soon as you touch them, or if you want, or if you feel like they're not reacting to the hits that you're getting on them because maybe they don't feel them, then what you can do is separate it out. So I'm going to swing and then push. It's very clear to him that he got hit, but he's not hurt. You can't get hurt. Now, same thing when it comes to kicks. So if I'm swinging and pushing, if you like, it looks a lot like that. But if I just swing, it looks like this. And then if I swing and then delay, it looks a little like this. So he still knows that he got hit. It just slows things down a little bit and keeps control. This kind of sparring tends to be really, really popular in Thailand, where everybody is able to spar hard, but they don't. You have anything to say here? We need to spar more. Okay, in that case. Okay, so the next thing about this is a lot of the time you're going to hear just hit them as hard as they're hitting you, but that tends to lead to escalation. So let's say I hit him this hard, and he tries to hit me that hard, but he hits me a little harder. So I'm going to try to hit that same amount hard. I've hit him a little harder than I'm into. It just escalates and escalates from there. So what we're going to do instead is we're just going to separate the swing and the push so that nobody can get hurt. No matter how hard that push is, it doesn't matter. So he can get pushed back, and that's not going to hurt unless he falls. But we've got pretty good balance here, so I'm not that worried about it. The only things that aren't really allowed are elbow strikes.
Let your partner recover.
Yes, definitely let your partner recover.
If you see the golden guard, don't. Don't keep like teeing off on them. Let them
have a little space to back.
Breathe. See their hands down. There's a clear opening for their face. Don't go for it full power. Just a little touch. Just let them know.